Hi, homies. Thanks so much for listening to my podcast. I would love if you could please give me a 5-star review on Apple and Spotify and like or follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Eugenie Kruger Homeopathy. I also want to share something very exciting with you that I've been working on for 6 months. It's my new and improved Homeopathy at Home 30-minute free online course, which you can find on YouTube. It's perfect for anyone who's completely new to homeopathy and would like to learn the basics. Just type Eugenie Kruger Homeopathy into YouTube and you'll find the 30-minute course. And please, please, please share it with your family and friends and blast it across social media so we can empower more people to use this safe, effective, cheap, natural medicine. Now, today, I had the privilege of speaking with a gorgeous homeopath who's been on my radar for a couple of years. It is the lovely Dr. Anahid Jackson. I've done several courses through the years with Naturopathic CE, which she is involved in. And last year, I attended HomeoSummit, which they're organising again and we'll speak about in the podcast. And I've always seen her beautiful smile pop up across these platforms as a host and a speaker. Now, Dr. Anahid Jackson is a naturopathic physician living in Washington State who also specializes in homeopathy. Not only does Anna love practicing homeopathy, but she loves teaching mums and dads how to use homeopathy and incorporate it into their lives. She regularly offers low-cost homeopathy classes on her website, and I'll post all her links in the show notes, so be sure to check it out and be sure to register for HomeoSummit. It is at the end of March 2022. You do not want to miss out on this, so go to homeosummit.com and register. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome to the Homeopathy Hangout podcast, where we discuss all things homeopathy from around the world. And now, your host, Eugenie Kruger.
Hello, homies, and a very warm welcome to Homeopathy Hangout. Today, we get to hang out with the lovely Dr. Anahid Jackson, all the way from Washington. Welcome, Anna.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
It's such a pleasure. We have just had such a fun conversation before we started recording. So I am really excited to get cracking and sharing this with our audience. At one stage, I thought, okay, we're having so much fun. We should probably start recording so everyone else can join in on the conversation. But I wonder, Anna, can you tell us a little bit about how you first discovered homeopathy?
Yes. Okay. So I am a naturopathic physician, which in the United States, what that means is I'm licensed as a primary care doctor. And so I know both Western medicine and natural medicine. And so in my first year, I discovered homeopathy because my teacher at the time, Dr. Matt Zorn, which you know, He's amazing. He prescribed a remedy, Cocculus indicus, for my, at the time, chronic painful periods. I had had chronic painful periods for 12 years. Every time I'd have a period, I would have 30 minutes of cramping, nausea, hot flash, on the floor sweating, diarrhea, palpitations. I mean, I felt like I was a woman going through menopause times 1,000.
Wow.
and I took Cocculus indicus, 2 doses. And then after that, I never had an episode of my painful periods ever again to this day. It just corrected that energetic pattern. And so after that experience, I knew in my heart, what is this medicine? I'm going to study that. so I'm licensed as a naturopath, but I mostly focus in homeopathy because it's so powerful.
That's amazing. And Cocculus isn't a remedy that I don't think I've ever prescribed for painful periods. So that's quite interesting.
I know it has a lot of cramping and nausea, very nauseous.
Yeah.
And it's in the rubrics, diarrhea during menses, and it comes up, like it came up when he saw my symptoms and took it all into account, and it was just such a profound remedy for me.
Amazing. And don't you love how versatile homeopathy is? Because most of our listeners will probably know Cocculus as a really great remedy for motion sickness. And also such a good one if you've been up with your baby all night and you are just so exhausted and you take a dose of Cocculus and it's like it just rebalances your body, hey?
Yes, I know.
Amazing
these remedies have so many flavors. And that's why, before we started the recording, we were just saying how we can never get bored of homeopathy.
No.
I mean, you learn it and you learn it more and you learn it more and you learn it more. And I've been on this homeopathy journey for, I want to say, almost 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And even to this day, I learn of a new remedy. And I'm just blown away because we have thousands of remedies. And it's just such a beautiful, intricate medicine. And I've studied many different healing modalities, and nothing is like homeopathy.
No.
It's just the core of what I think medicine should be. That's why I practice it.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of sleepless nights before, you now are a mummy with a beautiful little 9-month-old baby, or maybe 10 months old now by the time we spoke last.
Almost. 9.5. Yeah, her name is Ava. She's my little baby.
And I would love, Anna, if we can have a chat about how, I mean, I'm guessing homeopathy has probably taken on a new little twist for you from being a practitioner, just, practicing homeopathy and prescribing for others, to now having your own little bubby in your hands and having to prescribe for this tiny little person. Can you tell our listeners your journey? Because most of our listeners are mothers with little babies, and I'm sure they would love to hear your journey of how homeopathy has helped you be a more confident mum.
Yes, definitely. So I want to back up and I want to go to getting ready for labor, because we had a home birth. We live out in the country, and so we're about an hour away from the nearest hospital. But I knew that I wanted Ava to be born at home. And so I actually had a homeopathic midwife be at my birth, which was incredible. And so I had my midwives, I had a chiropractor, and then I had a homeopath there. And it was homeopathy that really helped me through my birth so incredibly that I will always have a homeopath at every birth I ever have.
Amazing. During the pregnancy itself, did you use much homeopathy then, or pre-conception even?
And so what I did was, during the pregnancy, I actually used cell salts because, and I'm happy to share this information, but there is a nice little chart that kind of goes along with what's developing in the baby at that time, so that you can take cell salts during those appropriate times. And so that's what I did during my pregnancy. And I did not do that much homeopathy because I felt pretty good and I was getting a lot of sleep and I wasn't working that much, But for the actual labor, I used homeopathy so much. And what happened was, our homeopath came over and we made all of the liquid remedies and we labeled them and we had them all ready to go. And then during the birth process, as you guys know, when you're giving birth, you're so out of it, right? And so you have to trust whoever's with you, because you can't make decisions when you're giving birth. And so our homeopath gave a lot of amazing remedies, the pivotal remedies being calicarbonicum. I had a lot of back labor, and Ava was stuck for 5 hours. She was stuck. I pushed for 7 hours. And calicarbonicum really helped relieve that back labor and get her into position. That's a number one remedy for back labor. And then what also helped a lot was, I was having issue because I was so fatigued pushing at that point for 5-6 hours. And so 2 remedies, caulifilum and simicifuga, my homeopath gave me those interchangeably, just dosed me one and the other. That really helped to get my contractions back into a regular cycle and made sure that they were really strong so that I could finally push Ava out, because I was so fatigued. It was day 3 by that point, since my water broke. And I'd been pushing for 6 hours, and then she finally came out when I was given those 2 remedies.
It sounds like anyone else going through that would have ended up in an emergency C-section.
You know what? That felt like, I really know in my heart, and I call our homeopath my my angel. I really do, because she's helped through so many scary situations.
Mm.
And if it were not for those remedies, I feel like I would have had to be transferred because Ava was stuck for so long. And then my contractions were so far apart and they were so weak because I was so fatigued. And so I really credit homeopathy with having my home birth, like what I wanted.
That's so beautiful. And with our emails, I was telling you as well, I also had 2 home births, and everything just flows on so much easier after that, because you've had that beautiful hormonal cascade, the milk flow comes easily, that bonding happens naturally, there's less chance of postnatal depression. Everything just flows on so beautifully, so that, it's my heart wish for every mother to get to have a vaginal birth. And, me of any person is so grateful for pharmaceutical medication, because I had a ruptured appendix last week. So if it was not for the doctors, I would be dead right now. So if we can have that, that pharmaceutical and that medical model there to help us, that's so fantastic. But then having the homeopathics alongside, it's just brilliant. And tell us about the rest of your journey. So once little Ava came out, how did that go?
So once little Ava, so Ava was amazing. So you guys can't see me because this is a podcast, but I have really dark hair. I have dark brown eyes. I'm Persian, so I have kind of tan skin. My husband, on the other hand, is very white with kind of a reddish beard, very light skin. He burns at the sight of the sun.
Yeah.
And so Ava popped out and she looks just like my husband. And I never thought in a million years my baby would look so much like my husband rather than take my dark features.
Yeah.
And so she came. She was amazing. She was doing so well. And my homeopath prepared after labor remedies. Arnica. If I had to pick one remedy, I would pick arnica because you're so sore. You've lost so much blood. You're so fatigued, right? Arnica is so helpful. So I was taking arnica after the birth. My homeopath actually put arnica in the bath water after I gave birth. I thought that was such a brilliant idea.
Wow.
When I got back in when I got back in the tub.
Yeah.
And so she gave me arnica. And then another remedy that really helped was spectrum. Do you know what that is?
Spectrum. Is that the ray of light that goes through the prism and it's like a rainbow?
It's all the colors of the rainbow kind of put together in one remedy. And she told me to take that in the morning following the birth every morning because it gives you a little bit of energy, like a little bit of bounce back. It's all of the colors.
Wow. Never heard that one before. I love it.
Yeah. So that one was really, really fun. So I was taking my arnica and my spectrum and just resting with Ava. And I did not need homeopathy again until Ava started teething. And then, man, I'm so thankful for homeopathy when she started teething. And so Ava she started early. She was about 4 months old, which is kind of early. And she was just gnawing at things. And I'm really close to my parents. They live right next to me. And so my dad said, "Oh, she's teething," because he's been through this twice with me and my brother. "Oh, she's teething." And so I realized what was happening. And I just tried to observe her and I tried to think, and she just felt very restless. She felt very agitated. And so I went to my books and immediately chamomilla. Okay, it's fitting. It's like our number one teething remedy. I gave it. It gave relief. It was amazing. She was teething mostly at night. And so it let her sleep at night, which was really nice. I gave her that calm. And so I was dosing her maybe 2 to 3 times a night with chamomilla 30C. But then what started happening was after a week, the chamomilla, I just had to dose it now every 2 hours or every hour. And so it felt like it worked really well at first, but then it was starting to lose its ability to help. And when we see that in homeopathy, that means you're close, but you're not right on the right one, right? And so then I switched to pulsatilla. And what made me switch to pulsatilla was every time I would open the door and get the fresh air, she would calm down immediately. And Ava is always like that. Anytime we go outside, she calms down. And it's just like a ray of like comfort that washes over her. And so pulsatilla was the amazing remedy that we used for teething from that point on. And that greatly helped us through that teething process. And then the next time I used homeopathy was actually 2 days ago when Ava had her first fever, which we celebrated her first fever because, you know, in this house, we celebrate fevers, we welcome them because they're the body's way of healing and we don't want to suppress them. We want to help support the body with herbs and homeopathy and hydrotherapy, like water therapy techniques. And so Ava had a fever, maybe 101. I don't know. I'm a bad doctor. I don't have a thermometer, but she felt pretty hot to me. And I was trying, Roost Tox because of the restlessness. Maybe belladonna because she was flushed, but nothing was really helping. And then I just went back to pulsatilla because every time I would open the door, she just calmed down. And again, pulsatilla allowed her to sleep last night. I just, dosed it a few times. And so she is my little pulsatilla cuddly little baby that loves to be with me at all times.
That's so beautiful. And, how empowering is that you didn't have to give any pharmaceutical medication to your little child. And obviously there's a place for that. I always reiterate that on the show, but when the bubbies are so little, any sort of drugs, it all needs to be processed through their liver, like for all of us. But the less load you can put on their little bodies at such a young age, the more their immune system can deal with it and mature and learn from it. So how brilliant that now, whatever it was that she has been fighting off, she now has natural immunity to that. And her immune system has learned a few new tricks. So
yes,
amazing.
It's learned a few new tricks. And what I love about homeopathy when it comes to kids and babies, because I work with a lot of kids, is homeopathy works so well with children. When you hit that right remedy, when you match the symptoms and it's the right remedy, it is almost magical because it works so well because our kids, their vital force, right, which is how homeopathy works. It works through their vital force. Their vital force is so strong and there's such a drive to live and explore and play. And that's why our kids can go out with no coat in the winter and we're yelling at them, you're going to get sick, but they're not because their vital force is so strong. And so homeopathy is such an incredible medicine for our kids. And we just have to, match remedies and support their body. And that's exactly what homeopathy does. So I'm so thankful to know it as a mom.
Definitely, I agree. And you are also very passionate about teaching other mums and other people to use homeopathy as well. And you've got several courses on your website.
Yes. So I have several courses on my website. And so I have 2 places where I teach. So my website, and I'm sure you can, link it, but it's healthyrootsclinic.com. I also have a lot of class offerings that I post on Facebook where I'll post a link and then do a Zoom call. I want to teach a class on childhood illnesses, like a 3-part class. I think that would be really fun to do. And so I have, low cost classes on my website, and I post on Facebook. And then I also post classes on naturopathic CE. And so I have like a homeopathy 101 course on there that people can take, and a birth and pregnancy course, and different courses. And I'm working on a children's remedies course right now as we speak.
Beautiful.
So since I'm going through the process with Ava and I'm learning so much, Ava is the greatest teacher.
Our children really are our greatest teachers. And then once you have the second, you'll be like, oh, I've been there, done that, know all this. It's so different second time around. And yes, your courses are really low cost. I was having a look through there, and it's like $15 here and there for a course. And it's so, it's so accessible. If you are interested in learning homeopathy, price is not an excuse that you can use, because it's got a very, very low barrier to entry. Anyone can afford that.
On my website, I really want homeopathy to be accessible. And so I really do low cost courses, anywhere from $10 to $20 is what I charge. But I feel like I just want people to learn homeopathy. I just really, really want everybody in the world to use homeopathy. I love it that much. And so I have a lot of, courses that I do, and they're live and they're really interactive and fun. And I love when I get emails from people, hey, I took your course and I did this remedy and it worked. I love getting that feedback.
That is the best. Me too. That is literally every time, you might have a bad day or whatever, and you get an email like that, it like reignites that fire of yes, just empowering another parent to use homeopathy is amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder, Anna, can you tell us a little bit about your clinical practice? Now, I know that you have a special interest in ADHD and autism and all sorts of, quite complex cases. What draws you to that, and what sort of results do you get in clinic, and what are some things that people come and see you for? Tell us a little bit about that side of things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And so, it's kind of funny. So I've been in practice for 2 years. So I'm a baby homeopath, and I practice out of my home here. And what I'm finding is, well, first off, I absolutely love working with kids. And if you can work with that population when they are young, it will change their life forever. And so I really love working with children as soon as they're having issues, like the sooner the better, right? And so I really love working with kids, and I'm such a mama bear. A huge thing for me is medical freedom, the choice to choose what happens to your body, the choice to choose what medicine you take. And so a lot of the moms I work with have gone through that medical model where they've had to do things that didn't feel right intuitively, but they were pressured to do it, and then they regret it. And so you can help that with homeopathy. It's one of the few medicines that you can use to help. And so that is really a huge passion of mine, is medical freedom and just, being able to choose what's right for you. And so I think that's why I've been so drawn to that population. But I have to say, my practice is so much broader than children. And I've been reflecting recently on, really what is my specialty, because I see so many women with autoimmune issues, diabetes, even you can help with homeopathy, depression. I've seen a lot of COVID cases recently.
Really?
So it feels like it's all across the board. And so I just love homeopathy because the way I use it is, hey, what organs need support? Maybe let's get a low dose X potency herb or sarcode, which means a remedy made out of a certain organ, like to support the lung, you can do a lung sarcode remedy. So it's like, what low potencies can I use to support the organs? And then overall, what's the bigger picture homeopathically and give a remedy? And so I feel like I kind of blend different practices together. And that's why I've been able to help so many different people with so many different conditions.
That's beautiful. And you're also very involved, obviously, with naturopathic CE. So that's naturopathic continuing education, which is brilliant for practitioners for ongoing development, but they also have really good beginner courses on there as well. And that Homeopathy 101, I have sent that to several of my clients to, who are interested in learning more about homeopathy. And you've got not just homeopathic stuff on there, but lots of naturopathic courses as well. That's great for beginners as well as advanced practitioners. And Naturopathic CE is organizing the HomeoSummit, which is towards the end of March. And I'm wondering, can you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
Yes, thank you so much. So this is a project, HomeoSummit, that I've been working with tirelessly for the last 6 months with my colleague, Dr. Timothy Miller. And so we did our first HomeoSummit 2 years ago in 2020, and it was the first online global summit, the largest first online global summit. And so we repeated it, although now we have new speakers, new topics. It's so much bigger and better. I have been interviewing over 60 people around the world, homeopaths, medical doctors, naturopaths.
60.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work, but I've learned such an amazing amount of information. And so for HomeoSummit, it's a 5-day virtual event. The end of March, you can go to HomeoSummit.com to be notified to register. And there are 2 tracks. So if you are brand new to homeopathy, or you're kind of a newbie, a beginner, you can sign up for the Everyone track. If you are a practitioner or you're more advanced in homeopathy, you can sign up for the Homeopath track, and you can sign up for both. And it's completely free to sign up. Every day we release new videos, and you have 24 hours to watch those videos. If you want to purchase, you can. And again, the cost is very low cost. I think we're charging, the first tier is $60 to get all the recordings for HomeoSummit.
Wow, that's nothing.
On the Everyone track. And so really, you guys should sign up and pick your favorite talks. And I can say that we have a lot of amazing speakers and really well-recognized people in the field, both on the Everyone track and on the Homeopath track. I was really excited, and I can share a couple. Miranda Castro, I interviewed. And then on the Homeopath track, I interviewed, well, I can't say all of the people because it's not released yet.
Yeah.
But I interviewed Jan Schulten, who I've always wanted to meet. And Rajan Sankaran was another person. And so there's just a lot of amazing people. So I hope that HomeoSummit can just inspire everybody and empower them, because there are so many good speakers sharing really good, meaty information that you can learn from, whether you're on the Everyone track or the Homeopath track.
That is amazing. And also, I am slightly envious because I have had a return email from both Miranda, Jan, and Rajan, all saying they're too busy right now to be on the podcast. So you've done something I haven't managed to do. But I'm hoping I can get them on the podcast at some stage.
Oh, you will. You will get them on the podcast.
They are 3 brilliant speakers. So anyone listening to this, make sure you go and register at HomeoSummit.com. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be amazing. So, and it's over 5 days.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's over 5 days. And And there are anywhere from 6 to 9 sessions every day.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Everyone track, there's a Homeopathy 101 every day. So if you're brand new, you can tune into that every single day and just learn the basics.
Wow.
I'm doing a remedy of the day every day on the Everyone track, where I go over a remedy, and the remedy of the days are only 10-15 minutes, so you can tune into short videos or long videos. It's whatever fits your schedule. So we have various lengths of videos, and we go over allergies and insomnia and just all of these kinds of things. I'm doing a teething talk. Also, I did an interview with my homeopath. I was at my birth.
Aww.
And so it's called a homeopathic birth story, where we go into all of the remedies she used and what my birth was like. And so, there's just a lot of really cool talks on HomeoSummit.
That is very cool. And I don't know if you did this on purpose or not, but of course, every year in the first week of April usually is Homeopathy Awareness Week, because the founder, Samuel Hahnemann's birthday is on the 10th of April. I know that because I'm on the 4th of April. Presents are welcome. So every year around April, we have Homeopathy Awareness Week. And I don't know if you coincided HomeoSummit to be around that time, but it's very good timing for sure.
You know what? I'm going to say that no, we did not do that. But since you said that, that is a sign from Hahnemann himself.
Yes.
That we picked a good date.
Yes, no, absolutely. If ever I organize things, I try to do it around the start of April because, just to honor him as a man and the incredible gift that he's given to us. It's just amazing. So before we finish off, I always ask my guests just how we can get hold of them. And you've mentioned your website before, healthyroots.com.
Yes, yeah, healthyrootsclinic.com. So the word healthy, ROOTS, clinic.com.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the easiest way. If you go to my website, my email's at the bottom, or you can fill out a form there. And unfortunately, because I'm licensed as a naturopath, I can only work with people in states that I'm licensed. It's a little different here because I have a medical background, But if you're like, hey, who should I go to for this? I'm so happy to refer out to my colleagues that I know are amazing, that do different things. Or if you took a class of mine and you have a success story or a question, I'm very fast with email. And so that's the best way to reach me.
Now, you also mentioned about your Facebook page where you post when you're going to be doing Zooms. What is that? What name is that under? And we'll have it in the show notes anyway. But.
Oh, yes. So I have two. I have my personal page, which is completely public, and then my doctor's page. And it's just Anna Jackson, ND. And I post the same thing on both pages.
Mm-hmm. So if people wanted to keep an eye out on any Zoom classes or anything like that, that would be the place to go.
Yeah. If you follow me, I don't make that many posts because I'm such a busy mama now. But when I do post, it's almost always homeopathy related. Like, hey, this happened and I did this and it was amazing. Or, I'm trying to teach through my posts. And so I have a lot of people that follow me, and it's just a great discussion. There's a lot of good comments and people talking about different things. So, and then I post classes, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And I always finish off asking my guests their 3 favorite remedies.
You can guess one, cocculus.
Yeah.
Cocculus. A second one would be Roost Talks, because Roost Talks has helped my family personally so much. It was a remedy that helped my dad's frozen shoulder. It's helped with fevers. It just keeps coming up over and over and over. I don't know why we have an energetic pattern to Roost Talks in this household. And so that's my second. And then, oh gosh, I love all my remedies. What's my third? The remedy that Anna Vervarki gave me, she gave me elephant's milk. And that remedy has been so helpful for me personally. And so I think that's my other favorite remedy, because I so on a deep, deep level resonate with that remedy.
It's interesting. It's not one I've used ever, but after Patricia Hatherley's interview, I was thinking I really need to use that a bit more. And you were saying before about how you're a mama bear. And I think with the elephant milk there, it's all about that matriarchy, hey, and caring for others. So
and protecting the children.
yes.
It's all about, the essence is protecting the children. It's all about the children, growing food for the children. We have such a huge greenhouse. I live out in the country. So it's like growing food, homeschooling. I want to homeschool. It's all about, what can I do for the children?
Oh my gosh.
Remedy.
I'm going to go take a dose myself. I completely resonate with that.
Yeah.
It's all about the children. And like you said, that's why I love working with children as well. It gets me so excited, because if we can get that foundation right, then, almost anything else can happen after that. And the bounce back is so much quicker. So if we can get that foundation nice and strong, of strong natural immunity, strong vital force, then whatever else happens after that, it's not that hard to fix. But if there is lots of suppression and lots of medication, then every single time there's a knockback, it takes so much longer to recover from.
Yes, I completely agree. Homeopathy is the most amazing medicine.
Oh, it's been so wonderful chatting with you, Anna, and I am excited for HomeoSummit. I can't wait. And please do send me some more updates of little Miss Ava, because I am slightly baby obsessed. I always get my clients to send me photos of their little kitties. I love it. And I thank you so much for coming on today, sharing your passion for homeopathy with us, and empowering our mamas with more information of how they can use homeopathy to raise healthy children.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
All the best. Bye-bye.